Phil, you've heard about our season ticket campaign, £149 for a season ticket. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. More people can get inside this stadium, the bigger advantage it gives us in our home games. The lads thrive in the atmosphere. It's building in the last few years, but the crowds are increasing. Some of the attendances we've had in the cup games when this place has been full. It's been an incredible atmosphere, so I'm all for it. There's a big push going on, and if we could reach that 15,000 barrier, I think it'd be great for everybody connected with the club.
Exactly, and it's testimony to you and the players and what the chairman are trying to do, making football affordable. I said the other week that we've got a 24,000 seater stadium. Is it half full or is it half empty? The idea that the FA Cup run that we're built upon and the home games, it's the extra person, isn't it, in the crowd, the 12th person, as it were.
Definitely make a difference. I've said it many times. The support does make a difference. I think in this era of so much football on TV, there's always that temptation to sit at home and watch everything on the telly. But I don't think you can beat the experience of coming to a live sporting arena and sampling the atmosphere. I remember a kid myself going to games, and I can still vividly remember the days walking to the ground with a crowd, standing in those days as you did, behind the goal.
Where was this then? Who was your team?
I used to watch Middlesbrough when I was a youngster.
Some Park,
yeah. So I can still remember, I can feel what it was like, and that experience. And, for our supporters, we're offering that a very affordable season ticket price. But not only that, when the kids, our future generation supporters, come to the ground, they're sampling the terrific atmosphere, and it's kind of like a throwback atmosphere to what I was used to when I used to watch football. The whole crowd get behind the team. I think at the moment, certainly in the Premiership, you've got a lot of corporate hospitality, a lot of fans who kind of sit there with their arms folded, waiting to be entertained. There is a difference. I think a lot of the journalists who watched our games in the Cup, who normally cover Premiership games, were amazed about the atmosphere. So we want to keep it that way. My job is to get the team to play in a manner which excites the crowd and also helps to generate that atmosphere. So that's my job. Your job is to sell as many season tickets as you can. So yeah, we're working together, and that's what it's all about.
At £6.50 roughly a game, Phil. So up at Middlesbrough, when you were a young lad or a teenager, you would have been paying some of those sort of prices. But listen, going forward, all the fans are going to want to know what's going to be happening in the close season. You probably keep that under wraps, but what we can say is it's going to be very exciting. We're going to lose 3 big teams from League One this year. Yeah, 3 big teams come down, but we've got a real chance in the next season, especially if the crowd's full. The ground's as full as it can be.
Yeah, well, I've said it already, we've got a decent core of players going into the summer. We don't sit back, relax over the summer period. I think that'll be enough. That is a decent core that needs to be added to make us stronger than we were last year, because my aim is to keep improving each year, and to do that we need some additions, not just additions to the squad, players who will improve the starting 11, and we're working towards that. But as ever, it's about being patient, because if you go for the players at the top level of what you can afford, you often compete with other clubs, and that takes meetings after meetings. We had one this morning, showing players and selling them the vision of Bradford City, and that's what we're trying to do each year, and hopefully we can get players in the building for pre-season who are going to improve the starting 11, not just a squad.
Last question, because I can see you freezing, Phil. You're absolutely freezing, got my jacket. You speak to Premier League managers, Championship managers, managers at other clubs. They probably want to send their young players out on loan to bigger stadiums that are full, don't they? I imagine where it's a really competitive, sort of fierce atmosphere, home crowd, away crowd. Does that help?
Well, I think Jordan Pickford's a good example. Because right at this stage last year, I was trying to get Jordan, because I watched him play for Carlisle, monitored him a lot, and the staff up there thought Jordan's next progression was to come play in front of 14,000 every week, and that was one of the key reasons we got him. In fairness to Sunderland, we basically had Jordan for next to nothing because they were so keen for him to come play for us. So yeah, it's a good stage for young players to develop, and the loan market, is a key one, but we want a strong squad of our own and use that just to supplement what we've got.
So watch this space. Thank you, Phil. Get back in the warm.
Thank you.
Cheers, Phil.